G'day.
G'day.
Thanks for stopping by.
Always.
Well, this time we are coming to you from Birdsville.
Yep. And not just Birdsville, but from the Big Red, which is this enormous sand dune about 30 minutes out of Birdsville.
And in this video, we are checking out all things Birdsville in the quiet season.
Yeah.
Is it worth visiting Birdsville in the off season? Well, we reckon it's not a bad experience at all. So come and join us as we show you around Birdsville, which we almost have the whole place to ourselves.
It's like that, isn't it?
It's quite an experience.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyway, let's get into it.
Absolutely. Let's do it, Paul. Well, Paul, after spending 2 days on the track, here we are in Birdsville. How quiet is it here?
Yeah, I know. The streets are deserted. Not much happening here at all. Oh, we stopped here for a few nights at the Birdsville Tourist Park. I can only imagine what this place would be like during the peak times through the races or at the Big Red Bash. I imagine it gets quite busy up here. But for now, not many here, as you can see. So the site we got is $35 a night with power and water. I believe it's bore water here that's been desalinated, but it seems fine. Like there's no smell or anything with it, so I think it'll be all right. The caravan park itself feels like a bit of a ghost town. There's no one around, so the whole town seems to be quiet. So it'll be interesting to walk around, see if there's anything open for a start, and see what we can get. So we're going to go for a wander into town now. It is mid-30s at the moment. This week's forecast, I think, between 32 and 35 each day. So it's not overly hot. I mean, that's still warm, obviously, but it's not 42, 43, which we have seen out here sometimes.
Well, I'm ready to get some lunch. You?
Yep, my pick is the Birdsville Bakery.
Sure.
It might not be open at all, this place.
It's not looking good.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. The bakery is closed, so we're going to have to go and find something else. We've come out to the roadhouse to try and maybe get something to eat and have a bit of a look at the groceries there. But there's a sign on the door. He's up at the airport around 11ish. Well, it's nearly midday now. He's not quite back, so I'm not sure what 11ish he's talking about. But anyway.
The Outback 11ish, I reckon.
So, yeah, going back to the van just to quickly whip up some lunch now. I was hoping to get some, but anyway, all good.
All good.
After lunch, we headed just out of town to check out the very rare waddy trees.
Looks like this highway could be a road trip in itself, Paul. Well, apparently that is the very rare waddy tree. Well, Paul, these are the waddy trees. And would you believe here is only one of two places that you find them in Australia? Here and somewhere in the Northern Territory. Isn't that amazing? There's a few of them around here.
As I said before, the water here is bore water, and just over here is where it comes up through the bore head at around 100 degrees Celsius.
Whoa, that's hot.
Not wrong. Apparently, the bore was sunk in 1961 to a depth of around 1,300 metres. We had heard about this place called Pelican Point. It's a popular spot up here. For some reason, there is a gate here that needs to be kept closed.
But it is fine to go in there. We've been assured of that.
And the track in was in good condition. It was actually a nice drive beside the water.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see so much water here.
We've come out to a place called Pelican Point, which is a very popular spot with the locals for swimming and water activities. It's a beautiful spot here, plenty of room and open space to go for a swim. I imagine it'll be quite busy here during the peak times. So there's a whole heap of nests up here, and we're wondering if it's actually birds' nests. So initially I was thinking they look like wasps' nests, but another look at it, I don't think they are. Definitely worth a visit. A nice little picnic spot.
Next, we're off to the races.
Well, off to see where the races are held.
Okay. Am I a medallion holder or not?
Oh, definitely medallion holder.
Okay.
Welcome to Birdsville. Enjoy the races.
Thank you.
The Birdsville Races are held each year in September, and they're considered the Melbourne Cup of the Outback.
They attract visitors from all over the place.
But right now, we had the place to ourselves.
They're nice and padded. Must be so that they don't hurt themselves. I have no idea what that means. But you know what? It looks official. You can just picture the horses thundering down the track and the dust. Well, the drone's off and racing. Whoa. And the drone finished first. Yay!
I was reading that the Birdsville Races have been running unofficially since 1882.
Whoa, that's a long time ago. Well, here comes my ride. Then back in town there are some relics of this bygone era. So this is formerly the Royal Hotel, and you can still see on the face of the veranda where it actually says that. Look at that. It was the Birdsville Hospital for a little while, but then they sort of purpose-built another place. I just love these kind of things. It really just, just says something about the history of a place.
All right, tonight we are off to the iconic Birdsville Hotel.
So looking forward to it.
I know. We had to ring up to check and make sure they're open because everything else is damn closed around here at the moment.
Well, I tell you, the bakery is closed, which was a bit of a shame, but that's okay.
We heard the Batutti Hotel's closing down. Hopefully not before we get to go through there.
No.
But so anyway, it is open tonight. Dinner from 6.
Yes.
So we'll look forward to that experience.
We will, yes.
There's not many of us here, so I don't imagine it's packed.
No, well, she didn't say. I said, do we need to make a booking? She goes, oh, look, love, I think there's plenty of room for us tonight. So I'm going to assume there's plenty of room for us.
So we should be right.
Should be right. We're getting there a bit early anyway, so.
Yep. So we can get a seat before it gets packed out.
And there it is.
There it is. Check it out, the Birdsville Hotel.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Helicopters.
Hey?
Helicopter.
No, it is.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to look. Number 14, 31 days earlier. Erected by the Royal Geographical Society. There are a few memorials here across from the pub, including this one of the explorers Burke and Wills, whose expedition passed through here.
The Birdsville Hotel is considered an outback cultural icon of national significance and has become part of Central Australian legend.
Really? There's Paul. He's phone once again.
G'day. Stopping by. I must admit, it's a bit different to what I expected.
It is actually quite large with several dining areas. All empty right now though, eh?
It must be such a different experience here when this place is full of travellers. Well, Ed, you up for a game of pool?
Bring it on.
And we're off. Windows on the low numbers, and check out this very cunning shot. Well done, Wenda. Let's see if Paul can top that. Nice. On a bit of a roll here.
I really do think.
It must have Wenda a bit concerned with his skills and technique. But not to be outdone, Wenda fires one right back at him. Paul certainly has his eye in tonight with a classic rebound shot. But Wenda is refusing to concede and follows up with consecutive shots. Although some may consider this one a little unorthodox. I don't think that's legal. There we go. Clear the table now. The tension is at fever pitch now. Paul was able to withstand that final onslaught and claim a valuable victory here at the Birdsville Pub.
Too good. What'd you order, babe?
Did you order?
Well, they suggested I order the steak, so I'm having the steak. And a glass of red. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I must say, it was a very nice meal here tonight.
Interestingly, there were quite a few people ended up at the pub tonight. Still, probably not quite as packed as it gets during the races or Big Red Bash.
And now for the short stroll back to the van.
Another day of exploring Birdsville.
We thought we'd check out the old Birdsville Hospital, a mission hospital that was opened in 1937.
Alright, let's have a look at the old Birdsville Hospital. Gee, couldn't these walls tell a few stories? So this one here looks like it probably would have been a dentist chair. Looks like a dentist chair. Then up here, looks like it would have been the ward. This one here looks like it probably was a day area or a sitting room type thing. Could have been a chapel.
Church service, a christening.
And then you got the radio. Look at this, pedal powered radio. Oh my goodness. And here, I wonder if this is the operating theatre. I imagine it probably is. Yeah, it looks like it. Just up the road a bit is a historical site connected to the ill-fated Burke and Wills expedition.
Well, here's the Burke and Wills tree. This is it. At one time there were initials carved in this tree,
out of the tree here.
but time seems to have taken its toll.
So this is the Burke and Wills tree in Birdsville. It's about halfway between the racecourse and Birdsville itself. And apparently this is a campsite that Burke and Wills stopped at, or their expedition stopped at on the way to the Gulf of Carpentaria, or on the way back. Anyway, it was one of them. The most significant one is the dig tree in Inaminka, where they actually had buried rations down there to get back to. Then back in town, we thought we'd try the store again.
And this time it was open.
Yep. We were able to grab a few bits to prepare a meal for tonight. And just across from where the van is, we got this amazing camp kitchen here. Come and check this out. It is incredible. Microwaves, fridges, bain-marie. I don't know if you're allowed to use the bain-marie. A couple of cooktops, barbecues, and best of all, air conditioners. Lovely.
So lovely in here, isn't it? And another old building to check out.
This building here is the Birdsville Courthouse, or was the courthouse. Now it's being refurbished.
I think the refurbishment is just tourism.
And this building here is the old lockup by the looks of it. Got a shower in here, and a cell with basic toilet facility and not a very comfy looking bed. Imagine on the hot days, even with this bit of an air conditioner going, it'd still be pretty hot in here. I don't know when it was last used. Probably worthwhile having a look to see when that was last used.
We thought we'd check in at the info centre to see if there was anything we'd missed. They had a documentary that told the story of Birdsville. We were only going to watch it for about 5 minutes, but ended up watching most of the 45 minutes. So where are we off to now, Paul?
We're off to tackle Big Red.
Ooh, that sounds scary.
I know.
You
Bit of
scared?
adventure? No. A little anxious. But
A little anxious, but not scared?
No.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's one of those things you've got to do when you come to Birdsville.
Exactly.
Yeah. The lady at the information centre said that, look, you know, it's an easy trip out there. Just be careful, particularly on the way home, for cattle on the road.
Like these guys?
Yeah. She said you don't get many kangaroos out here, but you do get cattle on the road. So just watch the cattle. So let's take it nice and slow.
Yep. You can drive straight over what they call Little Red and come up from the other side, but we were happy to do it from this side.
There are plenty of signs to guide you here, and the track was in good condition. Well, it seems we're here. And it looks like that's where you get up there. Woo. All right, Paul, airing down our tyres to go up Big Red.
Let's do it. Well, that went quite well. We got up the dune quite easily. The track was soft, but the car seemed to have no trouble getting up here. I did have it in four-wheel drive low and the tyres down to 30 psi. Well, we did it.
We did.
We are sitting atop Big Red.
I know. We got the car up here. We got ourselves up here on this ridge.
What a view.
I'm not sure how I'm going to get down.
Slide down, you'll be right.
Oh,
Bum first. There we go, walking down the side of Big Red. Back to the car.
That was great though, going up on the spine.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Well, that was pretty easy.
it was actually. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And now it was time to sit and enjoy the sunset.
But next minute, our peaceful serenity was,
So let's say interrupted.
yes, interrupted.
Yep, he left the ground.
But it was all good. We got to experience an amazing sunset from the top of Big Red.
Doesn't that look amazing? I must say, the drive down was nice and simple. So after coming down from Big Red, we need to air the tyres back up because it's bitumen all the way back into Birdsville for half an hour.
It takes about 15 minutes to air up the tyres, but it was oh so worth it.
It's at times like this we really appreciate the spotlights on the cruiser. They light up the road really well.
And with that, our time here in Birdsville was coming to a close. So just behind the main street is this little cafe, and I've heard that the wraps here, I think it's called a swag wrap, is supposed to be to die for. So I'm going to nick in and grab one of them.
Good.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. What'd you get, Paul?
A swag wrap.
What?
And it is delicious.
Is it really? Whoa, look at that. It's got bacon, cheese. Does it have egg in it?
Yeah, onions, barbecue sauce. Oh.
Very indulgent by the sounds of it. Well, Paul, that was Birdsville.
But it's not quite over yet. We still have another leg of this trip to do, out to the east coast.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can come and join us next time as we continue this adventure towards the east coast through some amazing little towns
And pubs.
that really offer something unique. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye for now.
Bye.